Hello, friends and family. I do hope that you are having a blessed week. I trust you're having a blessed day today also. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Take 5. Now, this week on Take 5, we are dealing with the subject entitled Changing Seasons. Now, I didn't preach this past Sunday. We had a guest speaker. But I just felt like that this was something that I needed to share with you this week, because the fact of the matter is we all deal with changing seasons of life, whether it be through age or our health or spiritual things, emotional things, mental things, physical, whatever the case may be. We all deal with the changing seasons of life, and we need to know how to go into them. We need to know how to approach them, and we need to basically just learn to accept that it's a part of life that God has intended. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse number 1 says, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." I think it's necessary for us to understand season, time, and purpose the way they're used in that verse. First of all, season is defined as a portion of time that is fixed. It can be brief or extended, but it does have a definite beginning and a definite ending. So he said, everything there is a season. Everything has a definite beginning and a definite ending in our life. So wherever you are, friend, you're not there to stay. Now, hey, that can be good news or bad news, because if you're in a great season and everything's going your way, it will come to an end. But on the other hand, if you're in a bad season and everything is against you that could be, that will come to an end as well. When he speaks of time in that verse, that is the length or duration that a thing is allotted. And then purpose is the reason for which a thing exists. Every season in our life has a time that it has been allotted by God. There's a purpose for every season in our life. The good, the bad, and every season in between. We'll talk about that some later on this week. Yesterday, we began to discover some things about these seasons that are not necessarily something that we like to talk about. The first thing we talked about yesterday was that seasons are beyond our control. We have no control over when they come, how they come, what happens. We have no control of it. Today, I want to deal with another thought that can be really disparaging, and that is that the seasons of life are beyond our understanding. So not only are they beyond our control, but they're beyond our ability to understand the why, the when, the where, and the how. When you're in situations and you begin to think, why is this happening to me? Or you begin to say, I just don't understand what's going on. That's exactly what we're talking about here. But I want you to understand something. It's absolutely 100% normal to not understand the season that you're in. It doesn't mean you're less spiritual. It doesn't mean that you can't comprehend. It doesn't mean that you can't hear God. It is absolutely 100% normal to not understand the season that you're in. The understanding of a season follows that experience rather than preceding it. We tend to have understanding of our seasons after they're over. We don't usually understand them while they're starting or while that we're in them, but when they're over, that's when we have the understanding. A lot of times we don't see any good in some of the seasons, but when you finish that season and you look back in your life, that's when you get the best perspective. Experience is what teaches us the lesson that we were trying to learn, that God wanted us to grasp in that season that we were in. When you begin to look ahead, you don't know what's going to happen. But looking back on a season, you know everything that's happened, and it gives you the right perspective about the seasons you've gone through, and it gives you hope for things to come. Because as bad as it might have been, if God brought you through it and did something great in your life because of it, then He's going to do it in every other season to come as well. There are just some things in life we're going to have to accept that are going to happen that we're never going to understand. And quite frankly, friend, God does not owe us an explanation. Most of the time we're not going to get one. He doesn't owe us one. And probably some of them we may not get till we get to heaven. Let me leave you with this passage of Scripture today. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8 and 9, God speaking, and He says, "This plan of mine is not what you would work out, neither are my thoughts the same as yours." Listen now, just as the heavens are higher than the earth, and my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts then are higher than your thoughts. Now think of that if you would. All of the galaxies and solar systems out there in space, the millions, billions, and trillions of stars, and God knows every one of them by name and understands where they are and understands their life expectancy. He understands all of this, and you and I, we can't keep up with our phone or our keys half the time. So there's no way that we'll ever understand completely the seasons that we're in. They can often be confusing. They can often be very frustrating, but when you accept that God is in control and you know that His purpose will be accomplished, you can go into this season saying, "Hey, I'm okay, whether I understand it or not, because I trust God." Well, hey, our time's come and gone. I hope you have a great day today. Trust the Lord. Even if you don't understand, trust Him. I guarantee you He's got something great in store for you. God bless you. Have a great day.